Hey, I'm Dallas with LowerGear Outdoors. We're a gear shop in Tempe, Arizona. It is April of 2023, and this week YakAttack is coming out with a new wheel cart, which should be interest to a lot of you. It is called the Tow and Stow bar cart, and it's called a bar cart because the way the bunk setup is on it. It is modular, like a lot of them, like the C-Tug and some other models. It breaks down to this size. This is the main axle to it. Then you just add the wheels and the bunks, and this is what it looks like assembled. The unique feature of this is the length of the bunk, so you're spreading the weight out over a large area, which is a critical piece of transporting or storing any kayak. You want to diffuse the weight over as large an area as possible, and also makes it less likely to slip out from under it or anything like that. Another benefit to it is the height of the wheels, which makes it easy to tow, and also the height of the bunks. Many models these days, particularly from FeelFree, Old Town, and some others, have deep channels underneath the hull, and these will slide up underneath that to support it. You can adjust the bunks in and out this way. Everywhere you see an orange button of any sort, that is something that is removable, and this is a really neat feature of it. I have it unlocked right now, but I can take these off and just put them around this way. And then I can lock that down. Now I can carry a really wide kayak on this. And we'll show you a couple examples of how this works underneath the hulls of a few different brands, so you can see if it makes sense for you. To give you an idea on how this cart will work with a variety of different hulls, we're going to just flip some upside down that have these type of channels I was talking about so that you can see. This is a FeelFree Lure 13.5, so this is a pretty good size kayak, but the structure of even the smaller ones is similar. But you can see on this one we move the bunks in closer on the axle, so they're not as far apart as they were a minute ago, and that will fit down there, and it's laying flat. You've got plenty of hull clearance here, and then so this one's in there so tight that you might not even have to strap it down, but you can, particularly on rocky or rough terrain. This hull belongs to a Old Town 106 Mancata, so this is a motorized one. It has even deeper channels like a lot of the Old Town. This would be similar in the PDL 106, 120, and 132 lines, as well as the autopilots. So you sort of get the same concept. In this one, we kept the width of the bunks at the same as they were on the FeelFree. That sits down. You have less clearance on this one because these are deeper, but as long as it's not touching, it's fine. If you do ever run into a situation where this gap isn't enough for you, you can shove it back, and that way you get more of a cushion. One neat thing about these is there is a strap connector at the end of the wheel, so you don't have to go all the way into the bunks to put the straps on. You can just put it right here. That stays put while the wheel is in motion. This is the same hull for the Old Town, but we've twisted the bars around 90 degrees, so now they are, rather than parallel with the hull, they're perpendicular to the length of the hull. And you can adjust these pads here. So this would be a good example if you didn't. Now you've got 3 or 4 inches of clearance. The entire boat is going to be higher, so this might be easier if you're putting it in the back of a truck. There's just going to be that much less height that you would have to pick it up, and it should flow pretty easy. And then you can adjust this. This would fit on the bottom of a John boat even. And then lastly, this is YakAttack's new cart on a hull of a Hobie Pro Angler 14. So right now we have the bunks set in the perpendicular format, just like the last one we were just looking at. You can see the pads are going on top of the hull here, and you've got all kinds of room. We'll swap them around real quick and take a look at it if they're running parallel with the hull. And this is what it looks like with the bunks going lengthwise. This one, you are maximizing the spread of the weight across the longest possible point. There are numbers on the back side of this so that you can see which ones are set. On all the rest of them, we either had it both sides set at 2 or both sides set at 3. This one we have one of them set at one number and this one at another. It's sort of like a half size difference in between, but that's something you could experiment with. It would also depend a little bit about where all you set it here. So as you can see, this will work. This kayak cart will work on virtually anything that you could transport, john boat, any canoe, or any of these different models of kayaks. They are available now. Stop in and check them out, see if one's right for you.